Okay, good afternoon, everyone, or good day, depending on where you are in the world. What I want to show you today is just how easy it is to create a Xamarin.Forms mobile application. That means it's cross-platform and tied it into Azure Mobile Services. This basically took me less than half a day's worth of work to do once I put my mind to it. But this is only because over the weekend I sat and played with it a lot. Here goes. Start off, let's go over and take a look in Azure Mobile Services. So you can see here I have an Azure Mobile Services set up for a item called PCD Server, which is it's a Planet contest drawing. So Planet Technologies, who I work for, and I'm building this as something to pilot for them. And what I'm going to show you here is a screenshot of my database because the real database has information I don't want out there in the public. So you can see here we have the PDC G entries, which is the entries for the drawing, the actual giveaways, and the people who are going to be participants in those drawings. And one table here, which is just as far as I've gotten today, is the giveaways table. And as you can see, it has 5 items inside there, and you can see all this information. There's quite a lot more to it, and you'll see that as we go through the actual app itself. Now that that's done, because this is a truly cross-platform, when you create a Xamarin.Forms application, you get from the Mac side, you'll get a shared application. This could be a PCL portable class library, or it could be a shared project. I choose to do shared projects because I'd like to have my the builds, the shared project actually compiled into the actual clients as well, and use if else directives to manage the shared project to which platform it is going to be dependent to. So for now, let's go ahead and switch this over back to the iOS. I'm going to say the iOS as startup. I'm going to change this to iOS. Let's go with iOS 6. And I'm just going to go ahead and say go ahead and debug. We'll go through the code later. Let me just show you what it looks like first so you can get that visual context. Um, So it opens up here. You get a nice little splash screen, which is just the default that comes with Azure Mobile Services. And I have an image that's going to come up. A much better image is going to be there later on, plus a much better button once it loads. Oh, there it is. I'm going to click on, you can see this is a navigation page. I'm going to click on Enter Drawing. And you can see pops right back. So these are the 5 items that you saw. And what I have is a customized cell that allows me to put 2 items inside the cell. I'm looking at the short name and I'm also looking at the date of the actual drawing. Once I click on the item here, you can see it shows me the backpack. This is the longer name plus the description of the person who's going to be doing the drawing. So click through these here. You have Surface Pro 3. Of course, it's given away by Bill Bear. Gives you some information about it here. And we have wireless headphones given away by me. And we have SSD drive given away by Kathy Dew here. And just to complete the rest out, you have me again giving away a Logitech. There's more information here as to where the event is going to be. That I'm going to do once we push from this pivot from the screen. Let's go ahead now and stop the iOS simulator and take a look at it from an Android perspective. One of the things that I've noticed on the Android side is that, for one thing, we're using an emulator, which is slower than a simulator, which is what iOS uses. So I actually have this started so we don't have to wait for it. But what I was going to mention is that I noticed that the splash image does not come up on the Android. It's something that I have to work around, figure out why it doesn't do that. But as you can see, it pretty much loads up the Android as well. It says enter join. That image that you saw there is gone though. And there it is, pops up the item. And again, here's my backpack. I have to do a little bit of thing about padding at the top, which once we go into the code, I'll show you about that. We can certainly fix that. That's really easy to fix. And you can see here, it works well. And then we can go back and forth. So let me go ahead and quit the Android player. Code's really, really easy. Let's open this up a little bit more here. We have a shared project and I have some views. Here's one model, the model for the giveaway, which I've done so far. I have a service which goes into the into the actual mobile services, which is quite a couple of things. The cell that I told you about that I have split in two. And I also have some pages. So my home page right here, as you can see, is what you saw initially. And what I have is just a navigation page. Once you click on the button, it calls Show Prizes. Show Prizes comes into here, which is basically that list view that you saw, which loads the item with the sync and the sync and the sync me, all available drawings, and I'm using a stack layout to basically show that information. And in the price detail, this is just a content page with all the information lined up inside another scroll view with a stack layout because I expect that to be longer as it goes along. Inside these items, nothing very special. The only thing that you have to do is obviously um, have packages for the Azure Mobile Services SQLite store as I'm using as well. There are some nuances with that as well because you have to like remove like three items: system.io, system.threading.task, and system.runtime because it's also included in the NuGet package. So you're going to have two references. It's going to bark at you. You got to take away one of them. But that's basically it. Is there anything else I want to show you? Nope, that's it. As we move along this task, I'll talk about this a little bit more.